on his way to join us. He'll be here tonight. Try to get this. Excuse me. The camera's a little fuzzy. 1 second. Let's see if that's a little better. Maybe not. Oh well. All right. So welcome Teal House Farm Live. Tonight probably a little bit shorter than usual. But I thought we could talk a little bit about Christmas prep and everything in between. Hey. Just me for a second here.
I had a pop.
Can you ask her to help you get one? Ask Ivy if she can help you, okay? All right, but we're going to talk about Christmas and kind of everything in between. This is probably our last live stream for a little bit. Next week is Christmas, and then the week after that is New Year's, and somewhere in that area we're going to have a baby, so. Sure. So this will probably be the last live stream for a few weeks, so we'll keep you all posted, but we definitely won't be live streaming on Christmas, obviously, and I'm assuming you all have other things that you would rather be doing on Christmas than watching us sit here and talk. So Debbie is here. Welcome. And Tessa, thanks for joining us. Give little man some gummies. There you go. Eat your gum-gums. And it is cold today. How cold was it today? Do you know?
I don't know. It stays in like the middle 30s-ish.
So we had several kind of warm days. We haven't really been running the fire, or if we've been running it, we've been running it like, a couple hours in the morning and letting it die. But it's been cold enough now that we're needing to run it pretty much all day. So definitely starting to get into winter, starting to feel like Christmas. Hasn't snowed yet. The kids are really hoping for a white Christmas, but I don't think that's going to happen. We don't really get white Christmases where we are. It really doesn't snow till like January. It's possible, but I highly doubt it, right? White Christmas? Not really. Grammy is here. Welcome, Grammy. Thanks for joining us. Grammy also will not be having a white Christmas. I don't even know that it ever snows in where they are in North Carolina, so it's always warmer there. So, let's see. Welcome, J&B. Thanks for joining us. What you need, bud? Ask Mikey. Okay, Mikey can help you. Yeah. So, do you have anything that you feel like you need to get done before Christmas?
No, I think I'm good.
Think you're good?
Yep.
So,
we're hopefully on Wednesday we're gonna get that pile of junk out of the back of the yard.
Yeah,
taken to the dump. So that'll be nice for Christmas, not having to look at that.
We did a big farm cleanup if you watched. And it looks great, except we haven't had a chance to drag the big pile to the dump, so it's just been sitting in our backyard. But the cats have enjoyed it. They've been all over it, crawling through it and stuff. But we'll get that gone. The backyard will look great. So if I didn't say that, welcome. Thanks for joining us. So
hello, J&B.
Today I finished Christmas shopping. I've actually been mostly done for a while, but I hadn't gotten any stocking stuff. And so I had a doctor's appointment this morning. The baby looks really good, still super pregnant. And I didn't bring anybody with me so that I could have a chance. I went and perused the dollar spot at Target and the dollar store and got a couple things for everybody's stockings, which I will not mention here because they're all standing right on the other side of the camera looking at me, and they're not allowed to know. But I don't really like disposable stuff in stockings. Like, I don't get cheap toys and things. I get useful items. Things that they'll enjoy, but things that they can use, that's not just going to end up in the trash can in a couple weeks. Right. So I think I did pretty good, though. Everybody gets 4 or 5 things in their stocking. And then obviously presents under the tree. So good news, the baby looks good. Yeah, baby looks great. Baby's been head down for a while. She's growing and kicking and just not ready to come out yet. So
yep. She's got to bake for a couple more weeks.
Hopefully not a couple more weeks. So
Grandpa Dan's watching while he's driving. Thanks for tuning in. And Julie's here as well. The kids are getting excited.
They figured out yesterday, there's only like 8 days till Christmas now. Is that right?
Well, it's
7 days.
It's a week from today.
Yeah, so yesterday there were 8 days to Christmas. And for some reason, I guess they had all thought it was still weeks away, and then somebody figured it out in the van that there was 8 days till Christmas and said it out loud, and then, everybody was just like, "Wah!" the rest of the way home. So they are very excited.
Bonnie is here, and so is Philomena.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us. We've managed so far to keep the presents hidden. It's a little bit tricky around here because we don't have any storage. There's no like closets you can really hide things in. So I keep boxes like when we get deliveries, and then I hide all the presents in the box. I mean, if somebody really wants to be snoopy, like Ivy, they could probably snoop around and get to the boxes and open them and peek. But
That's very true.
I mean, if you want to ruin your own surprise, I guess that's kind of up
you.
to you. That's on you. But so far, everybody's been good. Nobody's been snooping too much.
I know, they're so close now, so.
Just enjoy the surprise. So, J&B says, yeah, so the kids are so excited. And Tina's here. Welcome. Merry Christmas. So, I know you want to move trash, the big trash heap.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything else that you feel like you want to get done before the baby comes, or is that just kind of the only thing on your list?
It would be really nice, actually, to get, I guess it depends when the baby comes, but to get our animals set up kind of honed in a little bit more, especially the water.
Yeah, the water.
But I still have school that I'm trying to finish, and so that takes up my extra time when I'm home. So if I can knock that out, and if the baby can wait, then I could get that water, hydrant outside going. That would be great before the babies come.
See,
it would make everything much more convenient.
My goal is much more short term. I just want the baby just needs to wait until Thursday night. Thursday night, Micah has a dance like recital thingy, and I don't want her to have to miss it, because mommy has a baby. So I'm just trying to make it to Thursday. Sam is trying to get me to make it to like first week of January. So we'll see.
You're not due till the 2nd, so
it's so far away. We'll see what happens. So, so I did a big, so I'm like shutting down the homestead systems, I guess you call them, inside the house. So we use like all reusable products and do a lot of like things ourselves. This is the best way to say it, like make our own soaps and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I've been shutting down those systems because what I don't want to have to do is, there's no worse feeling than like coming home to a lot of work, even if it's not because you had a baby. Just like
after the baby,
especially after baby, but really in any situation, like if you go on a vacation, I guess, or are gone for a couple of days, and you come home to like a mountain of work,
right? Because
nobody's been home maintaining those systems. Like that's like I don't want that for myself. So I've been like shutting down the systems. I made extra laundry detergent and extra hand soap. And then I went to the dollar store and tried to stock up on like disposable products we don't usually buy, like paper towels and what else did I get? Paper plates, so that there's fewer dishes, like disposable Ziploc bags, so that there's fewer dishes. A lot of it was about making fewer dishes for a few weeks, because that's what we spend a lot of time doing is dishes. Mm-hmm. But I was really like, I thought in my head before I started that I could do it for maybe...
I'll help you, buddy.
Sorry, he's got a popsicle. It's too cold. Daddy, get you a towel. I thought I could maybe do it for like, I don't know, $100, including disposable diapers for Pat, because I don't want to have to wash cloth diapers for a few weeks. But I spent $100 just on like toilet paper, paper towels, and like paper plates. So I was a little bit shocked at the prices. It definitely reminded me that the work that I do in the home, as far as like making a lot of stuff and using a lot of reusable items, definitely saves our family a lot of money, because I only bought what I think is going to be about 3 weeks worth of product, like paper towels and extra toilet paper, because we won't be having the family cloth in the bathroom, and the disposable diapers. And I mean, it was, if you include the diapers in there, it was in the hundreds, and I was kind of shocking, and that's only like 3 weeks. So I can't imagine like living life like that, just like that's how you always buy, unless, I don't know. I guess there's people that make a lot more money than we do, but It was really expensive, so. Michelle
is here. Happy holidays. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Jane B says, yes, all your work is valuable.
Now the struggle will be, just bought all that stuff, and I kind of held off until kind of close to the end is not using it all before the baby comes.
Yeah, the next 2
Because
weeks.
it's easier. Once you have it, it is a lot easier just to grab paper towels or to use a paper plate so you don't have to wash the dishes. The temptation is there, but we got to try to hold off on using it all up before the baby comes. So
Merry Christmas, Debbie. Thanks for joining us.
I think the ones, like, really when I was looking at prices, the things that save us the most money by far are the laundry soap, laundry detergent, even the off-brand. Like, I didn't buy any. It was, like, stupid expensive. Excuse me, my heartburn is so bad tonight. Just gonna burp my way through this. And, like, the paper towels were really expensive, too, so not buying paper towels. Like, I can't imagine. I mean, I only bought, like, 8 rolls of paper towels. I imagine... like, without any cleaning rags, we could go through that in a week. Like, no problem. So
we'll go through it pretty quick.
So
Merry Christmas, Beth. Thanks for watching. And Sandy is here from the Arkansas-Oklahoma border. Merry Christmas to you and praying for a healthy mama. Thank you.
Thank you. So baby's also not allowed to come before Christmas, I guess, because I don't have a stocking for her or any presents wrapped. So not that newborn cares. I think
that would be a surprise for sure.
Kids would be upset if the baby came and then it was Christmas and we didn't have anything for her. Like, that would be something that they'd be like, what? Gypped the baby.
Right.
So, but I think we're pretty much ready. Yeah?
Yep, for the most part. I still need to throw some clothes in a bag.
Yep.
Our overnight bag. But
yeah.
Other than that,
I'm all packed and the kids are all packed to go to grandma's.
Yep.
Sam is not packed, but
it'll take me 5 minutes. We'll be good.
Just don't wait until we're trying to run out the door. That's all I ask. I did a video on what we pack. I try to keep the packing really light. It's really hard when you have a lot of kids to not feel like you need to send the whole house with them. So just trying to keep it to the real essentials. So they just have one suitcase that they all share. Really not sending anything special. Because most of the stuff, when you pack a lot, most of the stuff they don't use. Or like if you pack a lot, for, like you said, you've seen people bring bags, plural, to the hospital for when they're having a baby. You don't really use most of that stuff because the hospital provides a lot for you. So...
Angela is here. Thanks for joining us tonight. Julie says, lost you for a bit. Our power is flickering on and off. Well, that's no fun. Hope you don't, hope you don't lose it. Jane B says, you two certainly know what you're doing. We're getting there.
Some days we got to figure it out. Not,
baby number 7.
Yeah.
You kind of, I don't know. But this is the longest we've been between babies. Yeah. So
it's gonna be interesting to see how Pat reacts because he's 2.5, and the other longest gap is between JJ and Annie, which is like 22 months, I think, between them. So not quite 2 years. And when they're not 2 yet, like they know that there's a new little person in the house, but like you don't like form memories and stuff. Does that make sense? And so they kind of forget that there was ever not a little person underneath them. So it's not like dramatic. But I'm feeling at 2.5, Pat's really gonna realize that this is a new person and that he was the baby for a while. So it's gonna be interesting to see if it's harder for him than it's been for any of the other kids.
Let's see. Michelle says, I love all your homesteading. It takes a lot of work. I'm sure I see you working every video. Yeah, that's for sure.
It is a lot. Super hard. It does save a lot of money, though, once you get your system set up, which I'm thankful for.
J&B says, maybe write a book when you get the time.
Yeah. I don't know what I would write. What would you write a book? If you wrote a book, what would it be about?
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know. If I had to write a book, I don't know. It'd be titled like Best Laid Plans or something like that because life likes to throw you curveballs. I feel like, but back to Pat. I think he'll do okay because he's not like. I mean, I think he enjoys some perks of being the baby, but I don't feel like he's like super clingy to either me or Laura. I mean, he likes, he loves his mommy, but I don't feel like he's super clingy or that he gets like a ton of special privileges. So, working title: How we raised 7 kids and stayed sane.
I don't know. Are we still with it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It
Some
doesn't
days.
feel like it sometimes. Beth is here.
Welcome.
We're late but here, and Charlie and Judy are here too. Thanks for joining us.
I don't know what I'd write a book. I don't know. I'd write a canning book, but I feel like there's a lot of those, and I don't feel like I really
Yeah.
do anything real special. So
There wasn't
hey,
any-
take your
wouldn't be too much to
movie in the
add.
other room, okay?
But mommy, mom,
Yes, baby.
what did they get now?
You can get a gummy if you would like a gummy.
Yeah, I don't know. We had this whole like plan about homesteading and being like off grid and ridiculously self-sufficient,
Didn't quite turn out.
but
Life's changed. Different
life's
goals.
changed.
What you
Yep,
need?
different goals for sure. Beth says, my son and his girlfriend are expecting in May. It will be her 7th baby. My son's first. He's very nervous, and she's like, it's okay. That's funny. Now, that'll be really interesting to see what it's like. I had, at the hospital, I had that the other day. Oh, Bill and Celia are here. Thanks for joining us. It was the mom's 4th baby and the dad's first. And she was cracking jokes through the whole thing. Like, she was just chill, laid back. And we got to the point where the baby was coming, and the dad was literally just, like, shaking. Like, he was so excited, anxious, nervous, like, all those things. And she's just cracking jokes the whole time. It was kind of funny.
I feel like it would be weird being the guy, because, like, it's a very important moment, but there's literally nothing, really, that you can do.
That's very true.
Very little. I mean, you can provide emotional support, which is important, but
It's,
like you have no control over the situation.
yeah, it's tough. I will say, most of the guys, I think the toughest part for them is when, like, you have some of the ladies that try to go natural, and they're
No.
really in the middle of those labor pains,
Yeah.
and it's just no fun. And the guys just, like, they look at you with just this, like, mournful look almost, because for 90% of that, there's not much they can do. And you can tell they just feel, like, helpless because they want to do something. And sometimes there's some things you can do to help a little bit. But, like, the woman's experiencing all that pain.
Yeah.
There's nothing they can do to, like, take that away from them. So anyway, that part, I think, is where a lot of the guys struggle. So it's just, they don't know what to do. So anyway.
My biggest advice, I don't know that it's worth anything, because I've had multiple, like, unmedicated births, is that it's like 95% mental. Like, the minute you start, like, panicking or feeling anxious, like, it makes it
downhill.
a million times worth it, and it's really hard to get back on your game. Like, yeah, it takes a lot of focus and,
I would say,
like, staying very calm in the moment, even when it's really hard.
yeah, I would say, just from my experience with you and my short little bit of experience at the hospital, the ladies that come in with, like, a plan to do a natural birth, and they have a support system and things that they want to do to get, like, to help them cope and get through it, they're much more successful than the ones that are like, yeah, I'm going to do it natural, and they don't have a plan. They're just like, yeah, we're just going to kind of wing it. But, that's a lot tougher, I feel like, for them to get through it. Anyway.
Do say hi to Bill and Celia.
Yep,
Welcome.
and Debbie's
Debbie
here.
says some people
Yeah.
want their own stuff. I think that's true too. Some people like to bring the comforts of home with them.
Oh yeah, that's very true.
And a lot of people pack food. We never really pack food.
But,
You might throw a granola bar
yeah,
in there.
maybe some snacks. But yeah, some people want their own, like, blankets and pillows. It just makes them feel, like, more comfortable. You know, like, it just has, like, your own, I know it's weird to say, but, like, your own smell from
Yeah, it
home,
smells like
and
home.
like it, just that feel that let's do
Do
whatever.
I need to pack you a fuzzy blankie?
Nah, I'll be okay. Prep for Eternity is here.
Welcome.
Thanks for watching.
Ian says it will be a change for your little guy, but he's always shared your attention with the girls. Yeah.
It's very true.
And I think he's gonna be. He likes babies. Like in the church nursery, there's a bunch of babies, and he's always he likes the babies, so I think he'll smother her with affection and maybe more of a trouble keeping him off of the baby than anything else.
Beth says that's going to be their situation. I'm sure he will be that dad that passes out.
Have you had anybody hit the floor?
No, we've had a few dads that, like, I don't know, look like they're getting a little white, but we just have them sit down. We usually do our best to kind of slide a chair right behind them, and that way if something does happen, we're just like, sit down. And they can just literally plop down and they're good to go, if we can anyway. Angela says, my youngest is a New Year's baby. Maybe you'll have a New Year's baby too.
Yeah, we get our name in the newspaper, have the first baby of the new year.
Debbie says, when you're young, it's easier to do stuff, more energy. I had tons of energy when younger, not so much as when I was younger now. So,
good idea. First birthday of the year comes with some perks. Might be nice. Yeah. The only thing I don't know. You don't really have a choice, but I don't want to have a baby on Christmas for two reasons. One, I know that people staffing the hospitals are going to be short staffed, and you won't necessarily you're not going to get your doctor on Christmas. It's probably like the resident. I don't know. I would.
They'll have some.
I'm not saying that they're not
but
qualified, but it's not going to be it's the people who got stuck with the holiday there on Christmas. And also, I just feel like it sucks away the baby's birthday when they get older, because your birthday is Christmas too.
That.
So, those, but if it happens, it happens, and that's fine. So, Angela says, oh yeah, first birthday comes with some perks, so it'd be nice. So,
we'll have to see.
Do you feel like when I'm having a baby, it feels like time is eternal, or does it go fast?
Oh no, it goes so fast. I always feel like my biggest thing is like inevitably, we labor through the night or whatever, and at least with the last few, because you've had an epidural, you've been able to sleep, and so I try to sleep too. But I'm a really heavy sleeper, so I'm always afraid that you're gonna be in the middle of pushing. I'm just gonna be sawing logs, not because I don't care or because I'm that kind of a person. I just truly don't wake up. And so usually I just kind of try to rest over in the corner, but I'm too afraid of falling asleep that I'm going to miss it all just because of how I am on accident.
I think somebody would wake. I'd throw something at you, wake you up.
I don't want people to think I don't care, because I do. And I've been there for all of them, but that's always my thing. I'm over in the corner, trying to rest, but not really falling asleep because I'm afraid I'm going to miss it.
I think the only one you weren't there the whole time was Isla, right? Because with her, we had thought we were going to use a midwife, and we had some complications at the very beginning of labor. Didn't end up being super serious, but I decided that I just wanted to go to the hospital. I didn't want to take any chances. But you had to drop me off because we had to get the for the kids.
Yeah, there was some of it I wasn't there, but it wasn't like I wasn't there for 8 hours. It was maybe a couple hours. I would say a couple hours, but I was there for the other 10 hours.
You were. Beth says, do you do freezer meals for easy meals when you come home? Yes.
That's a good question.
So the canning pantry is so stocked that I cannot fit anything else in there, and I've got chilies, and I've got my favorite bacon bean jalapeno chili. That one is so good. And ham and beans and lots of different soups and stews put up. So those are really easy, usually lunches. And then in the freezer, I have a bunch, there's a frozen lasagna. I got some, Sam's Club has the pre-made, frozen enchiladas and stuff that you can buy at the deli is what you call it. And I bought a bunch of those and froze them too. I didn't make a whole bunch of freezer meals. I ended up buying a lot, which I know isn't necessarily budget conscious, but after doing all that canning, I was like, man, I don't want to make 20 freezer meals or whatever it was going to be. So I did end up buying a bunch, but that'll be okay.
Yeah, we're ready.
We're ready.
Linda is here.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome. So, I think the pantry is really packed. Everything's packed. So food-wise, we won't need to go out and get anything unless there's something we want. Because even, where we live, you can't just, you can't really do like there's nowhere to go. Like there's a gas station that sells pizza, and that's kind of your only option if you want food. So.
Tina asks, well, Beth says you will thank yourself later.
Yeah.
And then Tina asks, what about the kids when you deliver? Do they stay with us or not? With all of the births that we had, we usually have family that watch the kids. And I know everyone's different. It's really interesting to watch that at the hospital. Some women will have so much extended family there with them, like the whole time they're laboring, even sometimes when they're pushing. I mean, when it comes to pushing, there's probably usually only like 2 or 3 or 4 at the most in there. But sometimes when these women are laboring, there's like 10 or 12 people in there with them, and it's like a big family ordeal. And some of that's kind of cool. But we're not those kind of people.
No.
And so usually they go to my parents' house. They're not too far away. And
Stay there for a few days.
Yep, stay there for a few days till we get home. Yeah, I don't know. Everybody's different the way. Like this might sound like really weird, but we've never like brought all the kids to the hospital to see the babies either. It's just, I don't know.
We brought them all to see Isla.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, your mom brought them. Like they came for like 10
Oh
minutes.
yeah, that's right. It's super short, but it's just there's so many of them. It's hard to corral them all in one room and not have them touch every single thing that they see.
Yep.
So anyway, but yeah, my parents usually, and my sisters help too with the kids. My side of the family. So anyway.
Yeah, Linda says I didn't want anyone with me during delivery. Everybody is just different. Like some people really like thrive off of a support system with a lot of people where they feel like people are like pulling for them. I am kind of like Sam's always there, and usually his mom comes, and his mom kind of comes and just keeps my mom, because my mom's really far away, kind of texts or updates so Grammy knows what's going on.
Yep.
But I don't know. I like to be in my zone, and I don't like a lot of people talking to me. I don't like, I just want to stay focused or whatever, and so I don't want a lot. I don't need a crowd. We're good. So Jeffco is here. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, but everybody does it different. It's kind of cool. Some women really want like physical touch, like to be, like hugged or have their back rubbed the whole time, or like shown affection. And some women like they don't want anyone touching them. It's just everybody's so different. It's kind of interesting to watch that like process. So anyway,
I feel like the hospital is very like at least our hospital. I know every hospital is different, but the one we've had the last few babies at, instead of having them at home, is very like respectful and responsive to like your wishes for the most part, I guess. But it's funny to hear like your grandma. So Sam's grandma had babies, but what are they, like 16 or 17 years apart? And like with the first baby, grandpa like wasn't even allowed like anywhere near the delivery room.
Right.
And then the last baby, or then there's like a big gap, and then they had a baby. And he was like all ready to go sit out in the waiting room downstairs, and they were like, "Oh no, fathers go in." So it's just funny. Like times have changed, and there's a lot more. Like you have a lot more options about what works best. Like trying to figure out what works best for you, so you can have a successful delivery. So
yeah, I would say. I mean, the hospitals I've been to, they try to be respectful of that as much as they can. I know, like it was hard. During COVID and stuff, because they had a lot of rules about who could and couldn't be there. So I'm sure that was really hard for some families, like really difficult. But most of those restrictions have been lifted now. Yeah, for the most part anyway. So.
Yeah, that's kind of what I had on the agenda. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Not really. I gotta work tomorrow, so
we're early to bed. I'm so tired.
Get a shower, shave, get a shower, and off to bed. So,
it's back to the beginning of your live feed. I don't know if we're having ours is still going, but we might be having a streaming problem. That's the one hard part here at the very end. Like little kid bedtime is right now, but the big kid's bedtime isn't for an hour, and I'm just like, I just need everybody to go to bed right now. so I can go to bed. Beth says my kids are 30, 25, and 24, and my delivery was different with all three. Yeah, every delivery is unique, which is kind of crazy because it's, the same body, right?
Mhm.
But everyone's different. So you did get to deliver twins the other day. You said that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was my first at this hospital, being able to help with twins. So that was fun. Uh, they do all the twins in the OR just in case they have to do kind of like an urgent C-section. And they did have to. The first baby came out and was great. Like it's APGARs, which kind of are assessments that measure how good the baby is doing when they first pop out. Out of a score of 10, the baby got 2 9s. So
That's pretty good.
the first baby was doing great, and then the second baby, they were trying to get him flipped around in the right spot, and he just wouldn't go, and so she ended up having to have a C-section with the second. But that was kind of fun. That was interesting, and it wasn't like the baby was doing fine. Like it wasn't an emergency or anything. So that was nice. It may have been a different story if it was things were going south. But the baby looked like great the whole time. He wasn't cooperating. So anyway, that was kind of fun.
The Inquisitive Farm Wife is here. Thanks
Hello,
for joining
hello.
us. And if you guys haven't visited her channel this month, all month, there's great recipes coming across from all different content creators on best holiday dips. So if you were still scratching your head on what to have for an appetizer at your Christmas party, go check out the playlist on her channel. There's some really, really neat ones. I was a little worried. I was like, are there really this many varieties of dips? Or are we going to have 15 of the same ranch? But there's really some creative things. So go check that out. So
You gotta have dips for Christmas and then like your New Year's party, all that stuff.
So we'll end with this. What is your Christmas food that you are most looking forward to?
I don't know. We usually have, at the family thing, we usually have ham, which is always really good. Christmas cookies are good. Oh, we usually have pumpkin pie. That's probably my favorite.
Like pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie with some whipped cream on top. That's probably my favorite.
I always like
Are you being silly?
like the cheesy potato casserole with like the cornflakes on top and stuff like that.
That's really good.
Those are
too.
good. I like those kinds of things.
My sister-in-law
Makes
makes the best green beans you've ever had in your life.
just magical.
And the family begs her to bring them to literally every single event. And she's always like, you guys aren't sick of these? Like, this is what I bring every time. Oh, man, they are so good. I could make a meal just out of her green beans.
They're
They
so
are
good.
that good. County girl says dessert cheesecake. Ooh,
that sounds
cheesecake's good too.
Oh, you love cheesecake. Though I secretly think you just love cheesecake because most of the kids don't like cheesecake. So when I buy a cheesecake or make a cheesecake, like you can eat 50% of it.
I feel like they still eat it. The
little guys don't like the texture.
J&B says I'm making a new for me dish, scalloped oysters.
I love seafood.
Ooh.
And I grew up on the coast, and so it was fresh. And so out here, it's not the same.
That's very true. It's not the same. Sandy says we always have taco soup with the fixings on Christmas Day. That sounds good too.
Linda says my kids are 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 31. That'll be us one day. Isn't that crazy to think?
I know,
And they're all
that's
totally
crazy.
different births. I used to make fudge every year. I can't do it now. I became a double amputee this year and
Oh.
can't bring myself. Wow, that is a big life change.
That is.
Definitely give yourself some space to figure out your new normal.
Yeah. My dad likes to make fudge too. That's one of his contributions to the Christmas gatherings. He always enjoys making fudge. I think one of my sisters made it last year though, maybe. But anyway, I like fudge too. That is good.
One of the problems with Christmas is they always have all the little chocolatey snacky things out before the dinner, and then you eat so many of those little
Sweets.
turtle pretzels or the
Yep.
fudge or whatever, and then you don't have no space
Linda says teenagers were something to experience. Oh,
yeah.
my
Oh my
goodness.
gosh, we're not ready. They're all girls too, except for poor Pat.
Oh, we had
We already had a.
We had a civil war this,
This morning.
about cleaning rooms and don't touch my stuff. And one of our older girls likes things to be somewhat neat and orderly, and the other one doesn't care. It could all be in a pile in the corner, and she would be perfectly happy and thinks it's amazing. So, and they get to share a room. So there was a big falling out over that. And then
one child cleaned up the other child's messy spot.
she touched her
But
stuff.
the rule is you're not supposed to touch other people's stuff if it's in their space. Like, it doesn't matter if it's sloppily put away. If it's where it's supposed to be, like, you can't touch other people's stuff. And other people's stuff was touched.
And it got organized.
And it all went down. And I wasn't home, so congratulations.
Yep. But you know what's funny? Like, I don't know, I'd say an hour and a half, 2 hours later, they were eating lunch together, making jokes and having fun. So they didn't hang on to it that long. Linda says, I had 4 girls and 2 boys. That sounds like fun.
I'm making barbecue meatballs and a cheddar bacon cheese ball. Ooh, that
Ooh.
sounds good for Christmas Eve this year, along with double chocolate peppermint cookies.
We need to go to Beth's house.
We're going to come visit Beth.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
The other Beth says, it was really hard. I ended up going on depression medication. Thanks to you all, it helped me through. Well,
Oh.
I'm glad things are doing better. And if there's one thing that Annie has taught me, just with all of her just struggles with just mobility and things, that like adjustments take time and perseverance really... It goes a long way, even if it's hard right now. Like, just got to keep trying and figure out your new normal, what works for you, and what works for you may not work for somebody else, and same thing around. So
yeah, give yourself some grace through all that too. That's tough.
Yeah, cheese ball. I love cheese balls with the almonds on the outside. Yeah.
Beth says Christmas Day is a baked ham with the fixings. Now we just had dinner and I'm hungry already again.
Let's see. Beth says, I don't tell you how much I respect you. Live my dream and I enjoy watching you all grow. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We appreciate the support, too, and the kind words.
Linda says, I do recall those disagreements between mine. I'm like, we're not even teenagers yet, and we're already arguing about, just whose stuff is in what room and what, Well,
we already have problems too. Like, our kids are, like, people talk about stair steps. Our kids are not stair steps. It's like platforms, because some of them are tall for their age and some of them are short. And so you end up with multiple kids in the same size clothes. Oh my gosh. That's my pants, but it's the same size and I can't remember, So we already have those and we're not even teenagers yet.
County Girl says, I put out all the goodies first thing Christmas morning. After the kids open presents, they eat goodies and fall asleep. Gives me the quiet I need to clean up and cook dinner. That's a good idea.
Linda says, just wait till teens. Oh, yeah.
We've already
fixed up the house or built a new house. By the time they're teens, we have fewer room sharers.
We've already joked. I'm going to build a cabin for me and Pat just to go and get some space for the dudes out back in the woods.
You're going to go on like week-long hunting trips with Pat just to get out of the house. Debbie says we're doing ham and coffee cake for breakfast. I love cheesecake. That sounds good. I don't really have a special breakfast plan. I'm sure I'll make pancakes. Or you like, the girls like your pancakes. You make good pancakes.
Yeah.
So, deep breath, sigh, you will survive this. And a lot of it, I mean, we joke, but a lot of it is just like a lot of parenting, I feel like, especially as they get older, is trying to stay calm, which isn't always easy because sometimes I get really frustrated.
And as they get older, it's not just...
Not escalating with them.
Yeah, and it's not just handing down your royal decree all the time. Sometimes you have to do that. But I feel like a lot of times it's trying to help them figure out how to navigate it together and how they can compromise. There wasn't much compromising this morning, but they got to figure out how to kind of get through those things together. Let's see. Linda says, yep, you will need trios from the girls. My boys were fine. Beth says, I feel bad for Pat, especially when the girls get to young adult. I don't know. He's like...
He's going to be the most popular kid around, though, because everyone's going to want to be his friend. He got 6 sisters at home.
He's funny because he's pretty chill for the most part, but at the same time, he doesn't really put up with stuff from them. I don't know. He likes giving them a hard time. I think he'll do okay.
I do think it helps him being the only boy. Like, there's toys that the girls just aren't interested in. Like, he has all these little cars and stuff, and they don't care about the cars. So nobody ever touches Pat's stuff because it's not fun. So.
Oh, Linda says trips. I meant typing with a broken arm. Beth says, we do biscuits and gravy for my family Christmas, breakfast and egg casserole for my husband's side.
I haven't made biscuits and gravy in quite a while. Sorry. I should.
That's all right. It happens.
Miranda says, one thing my cousin did because she has several kids, she put on tally mark on the label of the oldest, added another when they went. Yeah, I've seen that before. People do the dot system. You put it on the tags. I think that probably would work well, so you could like mark whose is whose.
Whose is whose. Or they get a color or something like that. Beth says, I'm headed to Beth's house too.
Yeah.
Everybody has their Christmas traditions and like the things that they enjoy cooking or doing for the holidays, whether it's Thanksgiving or Christmas or New Year's or whatever. That's one thing we've never, ever really celebrated is New Year's.
No, we don't.
That's...
I just can't stay up that late. I don't have it in me.
I mean, I could, but it's like, I don't know. You go outside and make noise at midnight. I mean, a lot of people have fun things they do, like they just play board games or something all night or whatever. But I don't know. We've never really... That's one holiday we've never really celebrated that much because we always have like a baby.
Yeah.
It feels like.
I think when they get a little older, maybe we'll come up with some traditions as everyone gets a little bit older, but
like a bonfire or something.
Yeah,
if it's not too cold, I don't know.
They'd like something like that. So yeah, Linda says I'm sound asleep till midnight. Yeah. I cannot stay up late. I can get up early. I feel like you're the opposite. You really don't like getting up early, but you don't mind staying up.
I don't know. I used to be the opposite. I would rather go to bed, like in college and stuff. If I had to work on a project late, I would rather go to bed and then wake up at like 3 or 4 in the morning and work on it. And for whatever reason, nowadays, it feels like it's harder for me to get up. I can stay up late much easier than I can getting up early. I don't know why. I'm not sure why that is, but anyway.
Arkansas says fireworks are a fortune. Yeah, that's definitely. Maybe we'll make our own fireworks, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. Go buy something cheap. The little sparkle. Oh, those are probably expensive too. But Tina says we don't either.
Then a very bad tradition starts where I live.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Didn't the older girls stay up for? I feel like they stayed up till midnight. When was it? Last year or the year before? Maybe not.
We do have friends. They have kids that are kind of middle ages of our middle kids, and they watch the ball drop or whatever in a different country. So it's like 8:00 at night, and they're like, "Oh, look, it's the New Year's," and then they put their kids to bed. So I don't know how many more years they can get along with that, but that's clever. It's midnight somewhere, right?
It's sneaky.
Sneaky.
That's kind of funny.
All right, are you good?
I think so.
Oh, people fire guns.
Yeah, we've had that. We used to, when we were growing up, we used to bang pots and pans. Yeah, that's what County Girl says. All our neighbors go out and bang pots and pans. I'm in the country, so it's nice to hear them across the countryside. That's what we always did growing up, was bang pots and pans. There was maybe a couple of years my dad would pull a shotgun out and shoot it off just for fun, I think. But yeah, we were mostly the bang pots and pans kind of thing. We would have neighbors that shot off fireworks, but for the most part, that was kind of it. I don't remember what we did. Maybe we would watch, I think we'd grown up, we'd like watch a movie and then probably play some kind of board game till we got close to the end.
We never really did anything like, when I remember being a teenager and I'd stay up and I'd watch like the New Year's Eve special until the ball dropped and then go to bed. But I don't feel like I don't really remember any big family traditions. My Grammy, who's here, is not big on staying up late either. I'm like Grammy now. I just can't stay up late. So Grammy did not stay up for midnight. So
Danielle's Duckhead Homestead is here. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. Linda says
they just think.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing with like 4th of July. Like I'm all about celebrating and, fireworks are fun, but at some point people want to go to bed. So shooting them off still at 1 a.m.
3 in the morning. Yeah.
Not cool. Beth says I stay up late and celebrate by myself now, but I'm struggling to stay up till 9. Yeah. It's hard, and plus it's winter, so it gets dark at like 4:30, and then you're like, well, still got
8 hours
to go. So.
Yeah. All right, we calling it?
We're calling it.
All
I
right.
want to go to bed. I know you want to go to bed.
If
So
we don't see you on a live stream
I think
between
this is-
now and Christmas and New Year's.
Christmas is next Monday and
Yep.
New Year's Monday after that.
Yep.
So.
So, and then we might have a baby. You never know. Maybe might have to do a live stream in the middle of all that at some point in time. Maybe not on a Monday. Maybe after
Yeah,
the baby's
maybe
born.
after
A
the
couple
baby's
days
born.
after the
Yeah.
baby's born. But everybody stay safe.
Yeah, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yep. Happy holidays.
So
All the ones that are coming up. Let's see. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out which
lots
one.
of Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas
Merry Christmas,
to
everybody.
everybody. Enjoy the next couple weeks.
Yep. We'll talk to you later. Thanks
All
for
right,
watching.
Bye.